Wagner mercenaries offered chance to serve in Russia. Putin says Putin claims Wagner chief Yevgeny Prigozhin rejected offer of fighters serving in Russia after mutiny. Russian President Vladimir Putin has said he offered Wagner mercenaries the opportunity to continue serving together in Russia after their mutiny last month against Moscow's military leadership. Interviewed by the Russian Daily Kommersant on Thursday, Putin said his offer was one of several he made at a meeting with approximately 36 Wagner fighters and their founder Yevgeny Prigozhin, 5 days after Wagner forces staged a short-lived revolt last month. Under Putin's offer, the mercenary force could remain serving under their current commander, who the newspaper identified only by his call sign of gray hair. Kommersant said Putin spoke of meeting 35 Wagner fighters and Prigozhin in the Kremlin and offering them options for the future, including remaining under their commander of 16 months. All of them could have gathered in one place and continued their service, Kommersant quoted Putin as saying, and nothing would have changed. They would have been led by the same person who had been their real commander all that time. As Putin is the army's commander-in-chief, he seemed to be implying that the mercenary force would remain within the Russian military, although he did not say that explicitly. Many of them nodded when I said this, Kommersant quoted Putin as saying. However, Prigozhin disagreed, it reported. Prigozhin said after listening, "No, the boys won't agree with such a decision," Kommersant quoted Putin as saying. Putin also indirectly admitted to Kommersant that the Russian leadership had been relying on a private military organization that operated beyond the scope of Russian law. He told the newspaper there was no possibility of Wagner remaining in its current form. Wagner does not exist, Putin told Kommersant. There is no law on private military organizations, it just doesn't exist. Wagner fighters played a key role in the Russian army's advance into eastern Ukraine and were the driving force in the capture of the city of Bakhmut in May, after months of battles. But Prigozhin constantly accused Russia's military chiefs of failing to back his men and of even cutting his allocation of artillery shells and other munitions at key times in the battle for Bakhmut. After months of verbal attacks on the military hierarchy, Wagner fighters crossed from Ukraine into